Hey, Mr. Messed what's happening? In these times, I've got a runny nose and I thought I'd do one of the home rapid antigen tests to check whether I've got the coronavirus. So let's get into it. In the box, you will get several things. One's a swab, where the swab is at one end and the handle's at the other. Some liquid, I'll take one out. There you can see it. And a container in which you're going to pour the liquid, and then you can put the top back on and then hold it, put it upright in the box so it doesn't spill. So we'll leave that in there for the time being. Let's first of all add the liquid to this container. So you twist this off and pour the liquid in. Pour it all in. There you go. And you can see it there at the bottom. Put the top on and keep it upright. Next thing, we're gonna take out the actual test itself and put it on the surface. Keep it flat. And you can see on there, they've got S probably for sample and C and T. C is the control and T is the test. Now the next part of the test is probably the difficult part. So let's open the swab. There we go. Remember, handle it from the handle end and not from the swab end. And you can see the swab there. Now the first thing is I'm going to swab my throat. And you need to put it in there and keep it in probably for around 10 seconds right at the back of the throat. So let's go for this. I might gag a bit, but what can you do? Here we go. Gordon Bennett. There you go. That's that done. Now the next part is maybe even more difficult. Let's stick it up your nose and take a swab from the back of the nose. So let's go for that. Might sneeze, I don't know what's going to happen. Let's go for it. Here we go. You've got to keep it in there and turn it around a few times as well. Maybe 10 times, I think, apparently. But here we go. Here we go. There we go, there's the sneeze. I think you're supposed to blow your nose before you do this anyway. So the next step is to put this swab that you've taken into the solution. So we do that and soak it in. So it's being soaked in there. Soak it all around. And then, when you've done that, you need to squeeze off the liquid by pressing the swab against the side of the wall and giving the tube a bit of a squeeze. There we are. Get that all off. As you can see, I'm squeezing the size of the tube there. So now you're left with the liquid at the bottom of this container. And you proceed to pour that, by closing the top, pour that onto the sample, a couple of drops. You can just squeeze the container and put out a couple of drops. One didn't actually go in there. And there you can see now the sample going up. And we'll see whether in fact what reading we get on this test. So it's gone past the T already with no line appearing at this point in time, which would suggest that I'm negative. It's going to the control now where you do expect to see a line, but you've got to wait 20 to 30 minutes after performing the test to check it again to make sure that you haven't developed a further line in the T section. So if you've got a line in the C and T section, you're positive for coronavirus. If it's only in the C, which is the control, you're negative. And you can see the line has appeared in the C section, but not in the T at this point in time. Remember to keep the test itself, the test strip itself, flat when you're doing the test. Well, I'll come back to it in about half an hour and just make sure that I've got no line in the T. But I hope you found that helpful. Over and out.